Come vape with me. I got a bling parcel in the mail. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Really appeals to my magpie nature, the liking of things that are shiny and bright and beautiful. I think that's lovely packaging. So that was in the mail, and I opened it, and it was from ROK. This was the ROK Legend, and I have the ROK Legend batteries. So in the mail was this, the ROK Tankomiser for the ROK Legend, and I've got it on a 650 milliamp hour battery, and the other battery I have of the ROK Legend is the 900 milliamp hour. Now the Tankomiser is 2.4 ohms, so the resistance is 2.4. I usually vape lower resistance than that, but I've been trying this out, and there's things I really like about it. So the actual vape is good. I think it is warmer, and I am vaping coffee, tea juice coffee on this, 18 milligrams. That's my very common, most favorite vape. So that is on this new Tankomiser from ROK. So let me tell you about it. There's things I like about it. Only, unfortunately and stupidly, I have done this video arse about face, so to speak. I should have shown you what the Tankomiser looks like apart first, and then filled it. But I am going to show you on the instruction manual that it comes with, and you'll see it's got a mouthpiece and the central tank, and it's got a fitting that covers the battery and allows for screwing in B. Now B is a bottom coil, and you screw that in when your coil needs replacing. So this is a bottom coil tank, and I do like bottom coil tanks. When the coil is old and finished and you need to actually replace it, you simply unscrew the bottom, pull it out, and then screw in the new tank, the new atomizer that screws in to this bottom silver ring. But this one is different to my other bottom coil. I use dual coil bottom coil tanks mostly. All of them, you unscrew them from the bottom to refill them. Now I have actually learned to do this with the least trouble. So you have to unscrew the bottom bit, pull that out, and then fill it up by tipping the tank and pouring in the e-liquid. But this one, for me, has an improvement on it. This one you could fill from the bottom if you wanted to, but this one, the actual mouthpiece comes off. You fill down the holes in the side of the top of the tank, and the instructions say fill only to the top of the window. It takes 2 milliliters of e-liquid, and that's a reasonable size. I have vaped on tanks that are far smaller than that. So it comes in all different colors. I just happen to have got a pink one. So pink is nice. I love the color pink, and I've painted my nails to match. Unusually from the other tanks I've got, you can fill it from the top. People would say, but you've got to stick with that drip tip. But I don't mind that. That's quite decorative and super for me. I'm not a big drip tip person. though I do use them sometimes, especially if the tank I'm using is the same as other tanks. I can't actually, if they're all silver with a silver top, then I'm not sure what e-liquid I filled it with. So I use the drip tips to show the difference. But I'm perfectly happy with that drip tip. The experience of it is nice. I feel it's a bit airy, but in fact my other tanks which I use I feel are airy, and so on these I take a small amount of silver nail varnish and I block the second hole, because I feel the second hole, goodness knows, is always too much. This has also got 2 air holes. Can you see them there? So if I vape this on this battery, then with my finger I can simply block a hole. So the Tankomiser looks really good on the ROK Legend batteries. But of course it has a 510 connection and it works perfectly well with other devices. You know, my favorite device at the moment happens to be this folding e-pipe, and I'm going to show you soon the one I've bought myself for my birthday. So that looks fine on that as well, and it vapes good. So I'm well pleased with that tank. The beneficial part is that you can fill it from the top. The drawbacks are, if you like drip tips, you cannot use a different drip tip because that top connection seals the e-liquid into the tank and blocks the hole that goes directly down into the battery. So that is your safety to stop it flooding the battery. The other drawback, I only think it's a drawback, if you don't want it too airy, you need to block somehow with a piece of sticky tape even, or a little drip of, if you're a lady, silver nail varnish, because you cannot see it after it's dried and it blocks the little second hole. I'm not a big second hole liking person, but other people might like it, and it really does vape well with both holes unblocked. I got 2 replaceable coils with it, but on ROK's website, the link to which I'll put below, you can buy sets of replaceable coils, and of course the same tank, which is the ROK Tankomiser, in any color that you wish. So thanks for vaping with me.